Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today I've got a Christmas manager meeting, so I've got my Christmas jumper on and I'm going to be doing a red lip look, something a little different I've not really done before. There's going to be a full face of makeup, a little bit heavier, a bit more glam, so some eyeshadow, some lip kind of thing. So let's just see where we go with it. So today I'm going to be mixing two foundations to make a thicker coverage. I'm going to be mixing the Fresh Nude in the shade 012 Bora Bora and the Matte Clay in the shade 014 Riley Beach. So I just mix them in on the back of my hand, and I always use more Fresh Nude than Riley Beach. The Fresh Nude actually contains tea tree oil, so it's good for battling the blemishes and things. Mine have really calmed down. So as I always do, stipple all over the face and then blend in. I'm going to put it over my lips just to create that nice base for the bright lipstick. I'm not going to worry too much about doing it under my eyes because obviously I'm going to put the concealer there. But mixing these two foundations together does make me look a little bit paler, but I do fix that, and it also warms to your skin a little bit. So don't worry. I know you're probably there like, oh my god, is she a ghost? Oh. And I'm not putting any on the eyelids really, because I will sort that out when I do my eyebrows. But I'm not doing a lot of eyeshadow because I'm doing a red lip, so I don't want to take the attention away from that. That's why I do my base before my eyes. I'm going to be using the Bold as Nature palette, and I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows a little bit with the Brow Sport. I like the Brow Sport and I usually use the medium, but I've used it that much. It's got no pencil left. So I'll be using the darker one, and it matches better with my hair actually. So I'm just going to be filling that in with hair strokes. Just creating that brow. I'm just going to look in my little mirror so it's a bit closer for me. So I know I've gone a little bit thick there, but I'm going to wipe that off in a minute. But I'm going to have to fix that now because I just can't sit and look at it. So I'm just going to use some of the foundation on the back of my hand. Underline my eyebrows. So all I'm doing to fix that issue is outline the top with concealer too. And I don't usually do that because it creates more of a bold brow. And I like quite natural brows. More for trying something new, doing something new. But I always used to do my eyebrows like that, and I don't know why. I don't know why I changed so like much, but I'm just gonna brush through to distribute the product as well. I'm not sure why they look so dark on camera. They don't look dark on here, but I'm gonna just do the other one really quickly. So I've done that. Now I'm just going to outline that one as well. Usually I would use concealer, but I had a bit of leftover foundation. And I've done the top on that one too, just to match all the tones and everything. Now we're going to grab our Fresh Nude Serum Concealer and just pop some of that on the back of our hand. And pop that all over the lid. It doesn't matter how messy you are because it's all going to be blended out anyway and you're not going to be able to tell. So I love this blending brush to just dab that out, and then because we've outlined the eyebrow, I'm just going to make sure the concealer on top is blended too. Make sure you get in that nose bit. And now I've found my lash cleaner, I don't need to avoid the lashes anymore. So I usually do my eyes first, but today I've decided to do the base instead. So I'm going to teach you a little trick for if you've either forgot or you just want to do your base first. What I would do is conceal as normal and blend it out. So I do a little bit there to conceal and then lift. And then just any areas you feel needed. Oh, that was a little bit much. And then what I would do is set the under eye like we usually do, where it's kind of like baking. You just put in excess powder under the eye and don't sweep it off until you've finished your eyeshadow, so that when you sweep it off, it will sweep away all your fallout from your eyeshadow too, as well as the powder. Just grab my foundation brush and blend into the foundation as always. I want to make sure that is perfectly blended before you set it. Just looking in my little mirror. And I'm actually going to use a brush this time. And the all-in-one face base with the aloe in shade 32. And just dab that on under the eye. And on the other areas as well. But I'm going to put a little bit extra under the eyes. So when we do the shadow, it will just wipe away. I'm just going to set all of the forehead and things over there. Let's put that aside for later. So what we're going to do now is going to get our blending brush and our Bolders Nature palette, and I'm going to be using this top colour here. We're going to dab that, tap off the excess. I'm going to go straight in the crease with that. Then you want to get a bigger, fluffier blending brush. I'm going to use a colour from this Own Your Naturals palette, this really nice nude, just to blend that in seamlessly with the eyebrow concealer and things. Look how well that blended that. Fantastic. Just because I don't want really heavy eyes, but I'd like something there. And the nude will really just blend that out. And get rid of that harsh line. Then you can deepen up the crease as much as you like. I'm going to go back to the Bolders Nature palette and use this brown on the bottom. And focus on that outer V, just to really define the eyes. And then I'm going to go back in with the blending brush from before and just make sure those two are blended in together and blended on the lid as well. So it's subtle, it's not mega dark. And I'm going to go back into the Own Your Naturals palette and use that brown there next to the gold. And tap off the excess and just go over that crease but I'm going to take that a little bit higher. Just because of my hooded eyelids, that's a lot better. And then the brush with the nude on, just blend that in. So I think that's really nice. I don't want a shimmer or anything, so I'm just going to buff off the powder. So now that's all brushed off, we're just going to do under the eye. So I'm going to get my little smudger brush and the Boulder's Nature palette, that top colour that we used first, and just run that under the eye. Then just get the other side of the brush, in this case, or just a various fluffy brush, and just blend that out. So I didn't actually get any fallout, I don't think, but if you do, then it will catch it. Then we go back into the Own Your Naturals and use that top colour next to the gold again. And dust under. And connect it with that too. Lastly for the eyes, big blending brush. I'm just going to make sure the outer corners are blended. You can either wing them out like I'm doing. You can keep them sort of in your eye shape. It's all up to you. And I'm just going to use the excess on the brush to just dust on my nose. So then we're going to go in with the Honey Bronze in the shade 01. And the angled brush again. You can also use Coconut Bronze, which is very good, or any bronzer that you have. Always remember to tap off the excess and to use it this way up so that that is blending into the rest of your skin. But then I do tilt it on its side for my jawline. So you could add blush as well. I don't think I've actually got a blush, or I would. So then we'll go in with some highlighter. I'm going to use a fanned brush this time and my powder highlighter. So quick spritz with the setting spray just to really emphasise that glow. Dust it on your cheekbones and anywhere else you want to highlight. So just for the finishing up bits, I'm going to pop a bit of brow gel on the brows. And a bit of Happy Go Lash mascara on the bottom. And actually I'm just going to pop a bit of highlighter under the brow bone too, and in the inner corner, just as a little extra finish, and then we'll blend that out when the mascara is dry. So that's really it, apart from the lips. So what I'm going to do for the lips is I've not got a red lip liner, so I'm just going to grab my nude one and just so I'm using Manhattan Marigold, which unfortunately is discontinued, but obviously any red lip will do. That is just a gorgeous colour. I'm just going to use my little mirror for the top. What a stunning colour. So So I think that is a beautiful colour. You can overline if you want to. I just need to clean up that little edge. And also if you're cleaning up, when you, especially the red lip, if you wipe, make sure you wipe it on the back of your hand because that would have been on your face. And then you would have fell out with yourself. That's also how I make my top lip look a little bit bigger too. I do that sometimes. On a side note as well, I did actually put a primer on before this. I used the Insta Blur and the Skin Reviver that you've seen in a couple of my other videos. So what I'd do after this, I'd just pop some setting spray on, but I want to wait till this mascara is dry. If you do try it out, let me know in the comments below. And what do you think of my look? And I will see you all later. Bye!